Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I know these are pretty hard to read, so I'm going to try putting them on the screen as I say them. And also, these two are the only ones I've added. This is a pre-made tier list. I will put into the description. But first of all, I'm going to start with the flavors I have not tried yet, which is Beyond Berry and Sour Strips. Where is it? There it is. These two I have not been able to get my hands on. However, Beyond Berry seems to be a reskin of the Blue Raspberry. I could be wrong. However, that is what I found out on the internet, where we are now. But anyways, without further ado, let's start with the newest one, which is Peaches, which is pretty good. Like, it's not S tier, however, if you think of like a good peach flavor, this is what you get. It gets the job done. I am going to be throwing the Sour Patch Kids one, the Blue Raspberry, the Red Berry, into the same category, as well as the Swedish Fish. The Swedish Fish just tastes like a red berry without the sour in the Sour Patch Kids. However, all of these, and what most of these are, that I'll eventually end up saying, all of these suffer from the same thing, where if you drink the same one too many days in a row, it will start losing a certain taste and it won't taste the same. So that's my only complaint. I am going to be throwing the Welch's in S tier, the first S tier. It tastes exactly like grape soda, but with 4 times the caffeine, which is great. Okay, I don't know where I left off there, I had to leave for a second, but the sour watermelon and the sour green apple are both going to S tier because they are my favorite flavors. And I'm also going to be throwing the black cherry one up there too, just because I like them all. The sour green apple tastes like the perfect kind of like sour to green apple to me. The black cherry is the newest one, and like it isn't the ultimate like, oh my god, like this is the greatest invention. However, it's pretty good for the energy drink flavors. And the sour watermelon one just tastes like straight up chemicals. However, it is like the chemicals that my brain agrees with, so it is up there as well. The tropical mango I have not had in a hot minute, so I'm going to be throwing it at C tier. However, it is pretty alright. Like, if it's in the store and I can't find anything else to drink, I will drink it. However, it's not going to be my first choice. Along with the orange creamsicle, however, I am going to be throwing that into D tier because I'm not a fan of orange cream anything. The cherry limeade is pretty good. However, I would say sometimes it could be a little bit too strong, so I'm going to be throwing that into an A tier. The sour pink lemonade is pretty good, I would say. It is exactly how it says. I don't think I need to describe pink lemonade. However, it's pretty good, I would say. Yes. The Phase Up one, I would say, falls into C tier. It is pretty average, I would say. It is just kind of like a citrus flavor, and I'm also going to be throwing citrus up there. These both kind of taste like a mixture of Mountain Dew and Sprite. Speaking of Mountain Dew, the EDC, I forgot its name, but this EDC tastes kind of like if you took a sweet tea and Mountain Dew and mixed them together. This is what you would get. So I'm going to be throwing that into S tier. Moving on to America Pop. This is another one I haven't had in a while. It's like one of the ones that I tried like once or twice just to get familiar with. I'm going to be throwing this into C tier. The original one is by far the hardest one to get, so I was hoping this would be like F tier. However, it is actually going to be around A to B tier. I would say A tier just to even these out. And the reason why I put up there, it kind of reminds me, like, it's not a sherbet flavor, but if you ever had the rainbow sherbet, I think it's called, it kind of reminds me of that. Like, it does not taste like sherbet. Let me just get this out of the way first. The original one does not taste like sherbet. I don't remember exactly what it tastes like, but that's the only thing I could think of right now. Our first F tier is going to be cotton candy. Everyone who I gave this to said it tastes pretty good. However, I absolutely fucking despise it. It tastes like complete garbage, and I understand why they removed it. However, again, it could be because the cans were almost like 2 months from expiration. But everyone else apparently is like, man, this is like the bomb. However, I cannot taste it. Like, I do not see their vision and how it can taste good. However, on the opposite side is going to be, I think it's called Bubblicious Strawberry Blast, I think it's called. I could be wrong. Again, I cannot read these images. But this one I would put into S tier. It is pretty good. If they made a strictly bubblegum flavor, that would be like a triple S tier, because I feel like the strawberry kind of ruins it. But another thing, like I've said of these ones, after having it a couple days in a row, this one kind of seems like it loses its bubblegum flavor, and it ends up turning out kind of just strawberry, and the strawberry part is not my favorite. Finally, we have Strawbango Margarita. I don't know if that is exactly what it says there, or if it says Strawbango. The Margarita one, I would put at a D tier, just because I absolutely, I do not like the margarita part of it. However, it seems they removed that, and now it's going up into A tier. Here is what I have for the tier list. Let me know if you would do anything different in the comments below. And yeah, that is all I have for you today. Bye bye.